Jordan Machado, aspiring biologist and hopefully a future herpetologist. And today we're going to be talking about the Toffee Belly Morph. So in my hands over here, I have a normal female Western hognose, and I also have a visual Toffee Belly Western hognose. And what's really cool about this morph is that it is actually related to amelanism. And we do have a video talking about amelanism. We do in the hobby though sometimes just call them albinos, but that's a story for another time. If you want to check out that video, here's a link. So what differentiates toffies from albinos are a few different things, but the main one is that Toffee Belly is a tyrosinase positive form of amelanism. Now, what is tyrosinase? Well, usually we just refer to it as T positive if they have it, or T negative if they do not have it. And it is actually an enzyme that works with tyrosine, which is an amino acid very responsible for producing different types of melanin. And in case you didn't know, melanin is what creates darker pigments. So if they are tyrosine positive amelanism, that means that they actually have that pigment, which results in slightly darker colors compared to albinos, but definitely a lot lighter than normals. And that's just kind of what's going on in the background. Whereas like with albinos, they are tyrosine negative forms of amelanism, which is why you get all of the dark colors removed. Whereas with Toffee Bellies, you still have some of those darker colors, but a lot of them did get removed, just not tyrosine. Now that we know what's going on, what does it look like? So with Toffee Bellies, they are named so due to their absolutely beautiful toffee colored bellies. So instead of having black and yellow checkers on their bellies, they'll usually have toffee colors and yellows, which are absolutely gorgeous little colors. Again, it's not really affecting the yellow colors because the yellow does not come from melanin. So when looking at their bellies and looking at a normal belly, you'll see the difference between black and yellow checkers and toffee and yellow checkers. But that's not where all of the differences come into play. Another difference you can actually see is in their eyes. So Toffee Bellies do have really nice like brown, like almost a dark brown or sometimes even a light brown colored eye. But when you shine light into their eyes, you can actually see that their pupils are a dark ruby red. So they do still have that amelanistic or that albino look, but you gotta look a little deeper since it doesn't remove all of the dark colors, only some of them. And that's why they don't have bright red eyes like albinos or snows. But if you look at a normal's eye color, you'll see that they do also have that brown eye color, but their pupils are completely black because nothing there is removing any of those dark colors. But if you look at their beautiful saddle spots and their overall background color, you'll notice they have more of a soft, peachy, pale tan. You'll see all these different colors because there is a different variety of normals, and depending on what their original colors would have looked like, that's why you get different colored toffies. But more often than not, they'll be very soft tan, golden brown colors. So you get a soft brown instead of the dark brown that you'll usually notice with normals. And usually I would say their background is more of a soft pale yellow, like a really, really light brown, instead of the darker tans that normals usually have. And of course, the size will occasionally affect how that looks. In this case, Butterscotch, which is the girl I'm holding right over here next to Viper, she is a very dark Toffee Belly. So she's got a lot of really nice concentrated colors. Whereas the other Toffee Belly that you guys saw here in the footage is actually Corn Nut. And she is a very, very good girl, but she's got much softer colors. In addition to the fact that she is also in blue, but she's almost coming out of blue, so her scales are a tad faded, but she is also a naturally more soft color. Anyways, that's kind of the main differences between toffies. Of course, there are a bunch of other really cool types of toffies that still include the base mutation, but there are extra little tidbits added in there. That's gonna be for another video. Anyways, Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate all of you guys. Viper, Butterscotch, Corn Nut, and Walnut are all very grateful for you stopping by. And if you want to see more awesome morph videos where I talk about not just what they look like, but what's going on in the genetics, feel free to click the link up over here, and that's going to take you straight to our morph intro playlist, where we've covered really awesome stuff like sables, sunbursts, storm clouds, leucistics, albinos, snows, anacondas, and even arctics. And it's a lot of fun sometimes being able to know why there are so many different colors and what's going on in the background. Without further ado, please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think about the Toffee Belly Morph. Did you learn something new, or did I miss something? Because I always love to learn, and I really appreciate when you guys have more stuff to tell me. So feel free to, hey, keep it snakeful. Hey everybody, and I say soft peachy pale. Lots of peaches there, lots of peas. But, okay, snakes being snakes.